I feel we need to focus on the
However much coffee you're drinking in the morning, I'd like you to reduce by half.
I don't drink coffee.
Well, then maybe you should take a bat and hit yourself over the head.
I like the energy now, and because we've built in antithesis, so you're a completely different character than you are, which really helps in the scene for conflict to flow. And I also like that you got more angry at the end. Not angry, but just definite, and then more in control. You could hit yourself over the head with a baseball bat, okay? And because then that's kind of like, okay, son, and I'm doing that as a status thing. When I do that, maybe you could just hit yourself over the head with a baseball bat then, And then if I get that proximity, then I could also feel in control. And if you, whatever you use then to just have power over him.
We also talked about you. But you talked about me behind my back? Could you maybe just put your claws in for 2 seconds so I can tell you the truth? Maybe poke through that cloudy vision of a sick, jealous maniac? Let me just say that he's really sweet.
What do you mean?
He wanted to know what to get you for your birthday because he cares about you a lot.
Did? Does?
Yeah, and I told him to get you what I know you would love. And maybe when you see it, you'll eat your foot, which is now in your mouth, but then maybe you'll be able to tell who your real friends are.
No. I'm sorry.
Instead of just the anger, see if you can add a caring about their relationship, a caring about him and her, and more the reality of it. Not just the anger. The reality is, I did this really nice thing for you, and I'm not being recognized, and that hurts me. So I want to see a little bit of the hurt. Okay, you thought I was that kind of person? I thought we were best friends, you know what I mean? So I want to see a little bit more of that, because the anger can tend to cover that completely. And then I don't think that you care for her. So in this instance at the end, I want to see if we can get a little bit of the fact that you're hurt because you cared for her, and then this is what you got. And that's just a general thing also with anger. It has roots in hurt. And if we don't see that, then it just becomes kind of unilateral anger, which people play all day long. Okay, but it's not as full. It's not as real. Like if you are here and the camera's there, then we just have your back to the camera. It might be interesting for you to sit down beside him because this is a threat, that you could kind of sit down and in a certain kind of way be strong in here, and you reiterate it, whatever it is in acting, you can reiterate it stronger, that it changes so that you didn't want to do the same thing there. So that by grabbing him and being extra, he didn't get it the first time, so we have to do more. Okay, and that's why I say grab him in the shirt, because then also what I said before, that's a tactile thing. I think this is interesting where you put your hand on his shoulder. That could be interesting. It's kind of friendly but definite. It's definite. Do you understand?
I can't wait till tomorrow. This needs clearing out.
What needs clearing out?
Okay, I am never going to sleep with you. Okay? I'm never, not ever, never. I will never sleep with you.
You're going to college,
Okay.
little missy.
Okay. Wow. I will.
Okay, so now, so now you're Rusty, you're reading a book, and she comes and says, why don't you go to college? And the inference of that is, and you can say this, you're questioning college, questioning whether you want to go. Okay, and you have a feeling about it. So I bought that. That's good. So, but it should be shocking to you on some level,
Yeah.
so that you kind of get out of your reclining posture. So let's just try it again from that.
He broke his It's hard. He didn't take care of himself. He didn't want to live.
You know, illness, yeah, it's certainly too bad. That's all I can say.
This has a higher level of emotion than you're showing on anything else that you're doing. And I bought it. It was really good.
I did too.
Yeah, I felt that you went there, and it was 100%. And then David, you really supported her in it too, because by being that kind of rock, it allows her to let go of it. There was one time when I felt your energies could blend a little bit more, turn towards each other a little bit more. And then also what you want to work on is to see the devastation.
You know, I have obligations. You're freelance. Couldn't you just hook up with a temp agency and, down here?
A temp agency? Okay, actually, John, I'm being funded, okay, right now to work on my plays, and maybe that sounds a little self-involved or whatever, but I also have an obligation to a prestigious foundation that's put a lot of faith in me, okay, and frankly, has given me a hell of a lot more support than he ever has.
I notice this in the acting that you just have to kind of tell yourself that you respond and notice everything, that you respond to each thing the person does, just in a natural way. Sometimes we become so much, we're worried about the next thing we're going to do or what we're supposed to do or something like that we forget to respond. And what we're supposed to do more than anything else is respond.